All right, join in studio. I cannot believe that this is the first time that you've been on the show. This is mind-blowing to me, and I feel ashamed. But Dan from Rushing Duck, what's going on this morning? How are you, man?
Not too much. How are you doing?
I'm doing good now that you're here. You guys, man, it's the beer that you're making is as good as any beer I've ever had. It's really incredible.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
So you come from a background of brewing. You've kind of been around doing beer that people would know. Is it Weyerbacher that you came from?
Yeah, I started brewing on Weyerbacher when I was 22, right out of college. I kind of fast-tracked my career right into brewing.
And so then you just decided it was time for you to go out on your own and do your own thing.
Yeah, I kind of hit my ceiling as far as how high I can get at Weyerbacher, and I had plans all along of doing my own thing, so I started writing my business plan from the very beginning. And
it's almost like in football where these head coaches have coaching trees, where it's like, well, that guy, he was Bill Belichick's videotape guy for 3 years, and then he's got his own team now. Now, Weyerbacher does a lot of stuff that is Belgian influence. They're like one of the first in America to really embrace the Belgian stuff. Is that something that you guys do at Rushing Duck?
It is. It's probably not our main focus, but the brewery's so small. It's myself and my wife, Nikki, and we're small enough that we can really just brew whatever we want. We usually keep it to American styles, English styles, but if we feel like brewing a one-off batch of this Belgian beer or this barrel-aged beer, there's really no limits to it.
Yeah, and what's cool about it is now you guys can officially, as of last week, the law changed about what you're allowed to serve in the actual tap room itself. Is that right?
Yeah, it was kind of a game changer. New York law has been super friendly to the breweries because they realize how much income and tourism it's bringing in.
Yep.
So as of last week, Russian Duck Tasting Room can now sell by the glass. We could do flights, 12-ounce pours, and it's really expanded our creativity because there's a lot of stuff that we've been working on, small projects that we haven't been able to release, and now we can. We can do things on draft that have never been released before.
Which makes, that's awesome, being able to have that kind of control over your own thing. Because, you send your beer out, and you just kind of like, you hope that it's going to be in good hands of people who know it and appreciate what it is. You don't want it to end up at a bar, at a place, or restaurant, wherever, where people say, hey, what's that thing? And they go, I don't really know what that one is. Go with this one. I know this one. So when you have that kind of control over your own thing, you can really get directly to people who are going to love a certain beer. They can say, like, I really like a big IPA. And you say, this is the one. Or I like stouts. This is the one. And speaking of which, that Russian Imperial Stout, you have a Dead Morose. Man, this thing, I tried it on Saturday. I'd had it before, but you have a barrel-aged version, and we can only talk about it for a moment because I might pass out because of how much I love this beer. It's really incredible. Is that something that you're now able to do? Is that like one of those examples of now that you can kind of have control over what you serve to people, a barrel-aged version of your other beers?
Exactly. We had one 53-gallon bourbon barrel filled with this beer, and it wasn't big enough to bottle. It wasn't worth kegging and sending out to distribution. We had no idea what to do with it. And this law passed, and I'm like, light bulb, I know what to do. We'll just release it on tap, and that way we can explain to the customers what it is. We don't have to rely on the bar staff, like you said, to be our salesman.
Right.
We can do it ourselves.
What's cool is, you guys right there in Chester, Orange County comes out for good beer. It's interesting to see, over the past several years now, Orange County as a whole really embraces local beer. And you go to the tap room, it's filled. The times that I've been there, it's just been absolutely filled. What sort of stuff do you have up your sleeve? Kind of this time of year is always a good one for new beers, the cold winter months. What do you guys got coming up?
We have, like you said, the Dead Morose Russian Imperial Stout. We're coming out with a new beer in January called Manuary. It's named after an annual winter camping trip called Manuary. Mm-hmm. We've got some bourbon barrel and apple brandy quads coming out.
Oh my God!
There's no end to the projects.
Bring yourself a friend who doesn't drink and head to Rushing Duck. Let me tell you, just that one beer alone, I would drive hours just to get my hands on the barrel-aged Dead Morose. So that one alone. But if you like stouts, the Beanhead Coffee Porter is phenomenal. You've got really interesting IPAs. You've got kind of like an elephant series of them now. You got multiple elephant-named beers. What's the deal with those?
Well, last year, 2 years ago, I forget how old we are. We came out with the War Elephant Double IPA, and it kind of got its own cult following where we can't brew enough of it, but people always want it. So we kind of just spawned different beers off that. We have a half alcohol version called Baby Elephant. We did a Belgian version called White Elephant, and who knows, there might be a few more elephants coming out in the future.
Nice. So check it out if you haven't. What's the best way to get in touch with you? Websites, things like that?
We're really active on social media, so if you want to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, we're coming out with new beers all the time. So if you want to find out the latest, that's definitely the way to do it.
So with the holidays coming up, people have time off. What's, have you changed the hours, made it more kind of accessible for people who might be on vacation at all?
We have. Our normal hours are Friday 4 to 7 and Saturday noon to 6, but we'll also be open on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve from 12 to 4. And on Friday the 26th, we have extended hours, so we'll be open 1 to 7.
Perfect. So absolutely get in touch with them if you're near Chester. It's worth checking out. If you haven't been there, it's really an incredible place for great beer. And other places throughout the Hudson Valley, make sure you keep an eye out for the tap handle because it's really popping up all over the place. I'm seeing more and more places serving Russian Duck. So thanks so much for coming in, Dan, and let's not make it a 2-year wait next time.